Okay, so if you are a beneficiary in a trust, it may be, or maybe you're the trustee, maybe you're the person managing a trust and you're approached by a beneficiary. Something that comes up from time to time is the beneficiary wants to sell their interest in what they're going to get into the trust. So can they do that? The typical lawyer answer is it depends, but I would generally say probably not, right? It really depends on the terms of the trust, if there are beneficiaries, and what the trustee allows, or what the trust allows for. Because most of the time, the beneficiary has a future interest in something, meaning that if your parents create a trust for you and they are still alive, typically the money, the house, the rights to a property, whatever it is you're going to get, you don't have anything yet. That only happens in the future, right? So you might, mom and dad might say, hey, you get this house when we pass away, but they might not pass away for another 20 years. They might sell the house before they pass away, so they don't even have the house to give you anymore. So you have to kind of look at it like that. Also, the terms of the trust might be such that they say, okay, I want my kids to get the money when they turn 35. And if you're 23, well, you don't have any rights anyways, and you wouldn't get that money until you're 35. Or maybe it's upon graduating from college or something like that. And obviously, if you've not graduated from college, that you wouldn't be entitled to anything yet. There's also a valuation issue, right? If they say a percentage of our estate at the, let's say you have 4 sisters and you're each going to get a percentage. Maybe you get 25, someone else gets 10%, whatever it is. Well, the percentage that you're getting today is more than likely going to be different 10 years from now when they pass away. Or if it affects the other beneficiary, let's say that you're getting a house and you're splitting it with a sibling, and you want to sell your rights to an investor who wants to tear down the building. Well, now that affects the rights of your siblings as well and what they're going to get. So typically, just as a practical matter, it's very difficult to sell any future interest in something you may or may not get. When you are going to get those assets, again, practically, it doesn't really make sense, because if the distribution is, hey, you get the money at 35 and now you're 35, why would you sell it? Why would you sell your interest to it? Because you're just going to get the money anyways, right? So that's where I can't really think of a good time that's going to work as just a practical matter, or even just make sense for you from a practical matter. Now, contrast that with probate. And when you've got probate and you've got a will and you know that you're getting an asset, I do see a lot of companies popping up that are offering the beneficiary cash for a future interest in something that you're going to get out of the estate. I get emails or solicitations all the time from companies that will say, hey, look, we see that your client is going to get a house. We're willing to pay them, X amount of dollars now, so that they don't have to wait the 6 to 7, 8 months. They don't have to, go through the probate process, clean out the house, et cetera, et cetera. We'll give them a discounted amount now, and then we'll take the house at the end of the probate, or some version of that. Like maybe they see that there's cash that they're going to get. Hey, we'll give them the money now so that they don't have to wait. And, frankly, depends on your situation. A lot of these times they're giving you a very, very, very discounted rate, a discounted amount. They're it doesn't, I guess it can make sense for the right person, but if you can hold out and you're working with a good attorney, probably doesn't make a lot of sense, because you're going to get that asset anyways. I guess it just really depends on your financial needs and your circumstances during that at that point in time. So anyways, You probably could sell your future interest. Well, you can. I see it happen all the time. You can sell your future interest if a probate has been opened and you know you're getting an asset or money or something. But for trust, for a future interest in a trust, going to be much more difficult and probably not even practical to do so.